Church of Christ congregations affirm basic Protestant Christian beliefs, although they often wouldn't like to be called Protestant or be called a denomination. Typically, they view their congregations as just the modern-day representation of the church of the first century. The Bible is believed to be inerrant, and there's a strong belief in the Bible alone, no creeds or confessions. Despite that, Church of Christ congregations do have certain beliefs that they all affirm. They have two ordinances. First, baptism, which is by immersion for believers and taught as being the time one receives forgiveness of sins and salvation. The second ordinance is the Lord's Supper, which is observed weekly on Sunday, typically open to all believers. Salvation is by hearing God's word, believing it, repenting of sin, confessing Jesus Christ, and being baptized for the remission of sins. A Christian can fall from grace and once again be in an unsaved condition. There are actually at least two branches of the movement that are relatively separate. The one we're talking about is called Churches of Christ, but there's another similar group called Christian Churches and Churches of Christ. The Churches of Christ have only a cappella music and worship and hold a principle that things that the Bible doesn't explicitly approve for worship should be avoided, while the Christian churches and Churches of Christ allow instrumental music and other things in worship that the Bible neither explicitly approves nor forbids. Most Churches of Christ teach abstinence from drinking alcohol. A few other beliefs of Churches of Christ is that they don't teach tithing, although they do believe in financial giving. They don't have formal church membership where a person joins the church, and on end times they hold to the amillennial view. Churches have elders that govern and deacons who have a role of service to the church. Women may not be preachers. There are around 13,000 Church of Christ congregations in the United States. One thing that Church of Christ congregations are very strict about is being autonomous. Unlike denominations with Presbyterian or Episcopal polity, there's no overarching authority, no central organization. That's called congregational polity. In fact, there's another denomination that held to this core tenet so strongly that they took their name from it, the Congregationalists. Click over to the next video for a quick overview of Congregationalists, or if you want to find out more about the Church of Christ, click here.